Guys, welcome back to another video. Today we got the fossils and archaeology mod. See here. So basically this mod introduces dinosaurs. It's a pretty new topic. It's pretty incredible. And so just so you're wondering, most of the stuff that you'll find lying around here is not just from this mod. It's from multiple mods. I've installed the mod pack and I'm going to be going through each mod one by one. So let's start off. These are basically the blocks that are introduced. The most important one right now for us to get started with the mod is these two, the permafrost and the fossil. So the fossil, you can, that back again. Let me go to game mode 1 so I can show you how this works. So basically, you could come up to the fossil, you'll find this in mines, pretty much anywhere. It's pretty common to find it. Never mind, just messed that up again. Game mode 0. Okay, so this is survival on. I come up to the fossil and you just break it with anything, and it gives you a chance. There's a chance that it can be a bone, a chance that it could give you a fossil, like there. There's also many other things that it can give you. Like for example, plant fossils. It can give you relic scraps. Basically, these guys right here. And so that's basically the important part. The other block, the permafrost, that gives you like meat, frozen meat, which I can show you is right, this guy right here. And this guy, you can put him in here, and he'll get analyzed. So before I get into that, let's just look at, so let's take these guys. This is basically where you're going to be extracting your amber from, or your DNA from. So this guy is basically for regular animals. This guy is for plant fossil, or plants basically. Relic scraps, this could give you different things. I don't recommend you put it through those. So I recommend you rather put it through the archaeology workbench and you save them up for later. So I'm going to show you guys how this guy works. So in order to get dinosaur DNA, you need to analyze these fossils. And so you need to put it through here. And put it in here. And by the way, okay, let me go back. So this is tar fossils. These fossils help you get aquatic animals' DNA. In order to get these, you need frozen meat, and that's why the permafrost is important. So let's just put these two guys in here, just so you guys can see how that works. So the different types of things that you have are right here for this mod. So this mod, we have analyzer, which right here. The craft is quite simple. 1 biofossil, 1 relic scrap, and 4 iron. Quite simple. The first time I started with the Minecraft server, I got it in a few minutes within the time I begun. Yeah. And then the next one, which is to make the eggs, which is that machine right there, is the culture vat. It's also quite simple. Just glass, a green dye, a bucket of water, and 3 iron ingots at the bottom. So you're probably wondering, how do these things work, right? So, as you can see, we didn't get anything from this. Let's get a stack of fossils. And you just dump them in here like that. And as I said, you can find them from regular fossils. And these guys, they have like different chances that you can get different. See, look. You have different chances of getting different dinosaurs, or most of the time you'll get bone meal, flint, sand, different things. But for example, let's say you get this. So then you have to insert it in the culture vat if you want to get an egg. In order to get the egg in order for this to work, you need some sort of meat or something. I recommend using milk because I feel like milk is the best for your thing. It's quite easy to get and it works for the longest period of time. So now let's go back to over here. So this is gonna start making an egg. So here, this is the sifter. So the craft for this guy is right here. Craft for the sifter is quite simple as well. Iron bars, simple Minecraft craft, and then the craft for the archaeology bench, which is another thing you'll be needing. If I know how to spell. Anyway, archaeology workbench, which is the guy that we had right here. This guy right here. You have to find it. So in order to find this guy right here, it's quite simple. You go around and there's going to be these huts. This is the way I find all my stuff. I never really craft most of it. I would go around and you're looking for these white huts. And these huts, it's basically like where an archaeologist lives, right? So wherever that archaeologist is, you can take his stuff, and you can get him, and you can be able to trade for him for fossils and certain stuff that you might need. So this is almost done. Yeah. Anyway, for the sake of this, let's speed it up, and let me get a egg out of the creative. So if I go down here, and I can see this is where the DNA is. Let's just say I want this guy. So I want this egg. So the only way for your dinosaurs not to escape wherever you're holding them without you taming them is with this reinforced glass. So you just build a little structure for them, and then for right now I'm not going to do it. And then you need to heat for the egg not to break for you. So the way you do it is you put the egg down, you put torches around them, 4 will suffice for this, and it'll open eventually. There's a chance that it will crack if you don't put the torches. So you need that. And okay, so let's see. As you can see, this is still working. It takes a little while for the bigger creatures. Okay, so the sifter. This is the other important thing. So look at this. This is basically, you can put basically any block. Okay, well that was not good. That wasn't what I meant to do. Sifter, and let's look up dirt, and then we'll get like what, 64 dirt blocks, right? Put this here, and you put this, and this slowly will start analyzing all of it. There's a very little chance with dirt, but with other blocks it'll be a little bit higher. And no, that's not true. They all have the same chance, and they can give you like little figurines. They can give you sometimes fossils. This isn't the most effective way of doing things, but they can give you plant stuff, and it can give you what's it called? It gives you pottery shards and certain things that you can basically put in this guy, and you put the relic scraps in that I was mentioning earlier. And where did I have them? I have them in my inventory. So, well, I had them somewhere. And you could put the relic scraps down here, and you put a shard that you can find from here, or even from fossils themselves. You can find them. So you put a shard in, and it'll craft it. For example, let's take out. This is a very common stuff. So this is one important thing, and the other important thing is this. This is the ancient broken helmet. These two are very important. Wow. Of course it starts weird. So, basically what you need to do is put these in here with some relic scraps, and they'll build up. Eventually, they'll craft up. You need a lot, so I would recommend using 15 to get one of them. So that's a lot for one thing. And so you'll get a sword, and if I can find it, this guy. If you equip this guy and the hat, you will be able to take control of zombie pigmen. And this sword, it isn't really that good. It's decent. Doesn't really do much damage. And let's see our egg. Where'd he go? Where'd the guy go? Did he already run away from me? Oh, here he is. See, it'll be like that. And the way you can find out what this guy likes to eat and certain things is with the Dinopedia. This is so this craft is very important. You're gonna need this to find out how your dinos are doing, and really, it's pretty easy. See, and this tells you how aggressive the dinosaurs get or not. So look, I can show you. This guy's he's just a newborn baby, so he's like, eh. You can tell he's vegetarian because of these. So the way you feed this guy, you go right here and you put down the feeder. So this guy, I put down the feeder right here, and then you can put basically any of the foods he likes, and it'll come eat by itself. You don't have to do anything else; it'll come eat by itself. The order item is a stick. So basically, right now I have it set so that in order to tame this creature, you need a whip. You can whip this guy until they have to be a little bit older, but as soon as they get up to level, you can whip them enough that they'll become your pet, basically. So let me return to what I was saying about these. So if you equip this, okay, this sword, okay, let me. Okay, so this sword, what it does is, okay, so I found these horses over here. Okay, well, there's a chance. Okay, any second now. There's a chance I can throw a lightning, but I'm not getting it now. Anyway, it's a low chance, but it's pretty cool. And once you have these two equipped, you can take control of zombie pigmen, because this is the second half of the mod, basically. Second half is the Anubis part of the mod. So the Anubis part of the mod is, so let's go to, pigmen, right? Let me search it through here. Pigmen, and they need to be from Minecraft. So, the basic zombie pigman. If you hit him, he's now ours. He's friendly. Fight him till death. So, this is pretty helpful for us, basically when you're fighting the Anubis god. So, the second part of this mod I'll do in another video, but there's basically another boss that you have to fight that this mod brings into the game. So, let's just go back to let me just, go back and restart explaining, just give you an overview. So you got new blocks, the fossils, most important. Then you got the different fossils you have to analyze through this machine. It can give you different things like this. Then you run it through here and you get the egg. And then with the egg, you can make the dinosaur, which is over here. And the only way you can keep these guys safe is with these guys. With this glass, because that's the only way it's not going to escape, because it's reinforced. Then you can run dirt, and you can get pottery shards and certain things that will be used later on to make this sort of swords and stuff. And then the last thing is, in order to control your dinosaurs, you need to use the skull stick and the whip. The whip to tame them, and then the skull stick for larger animals. You will need that to take control and tell them whether to wander, what their order is, basically. And so that pretty much does it for the mod. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.